What if the secret to unshakable mental strength was hidden in a 2,000-year-old philosophy? A way of thinking that could help you face life's toughest challenges with calm, clarity, and courage. Does that sound like something worth exploring? Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits, where we dive deep into practical wisdom to transform your life, one day at a time. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for Daily Stoic Habits and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Today we're unpacking Stoicism, a timeless toolkit for building mental toughness in a world that's constantly testing us. Let's jump in. Picture a stormy sea, waves crashing, winds howling, and yet there's a lighthouse standing firm. Unmoved by the chaos? That's the kind of mental resilience Stoicism offers. Born in ancient Greece and Rome, this philosophy was the go-to guide for emperors like Marcus Aurelius, ruled an empire while battling personal doubts, and for thinkers like Seneca, who faced exile and betrayal with unbreakable calm. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending life's hardships don't exist. It's about training your mind to focus on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. In a world where stress, uncertainty, and distractions are relentless, this ancient wisdom feels more relevant than ever. Why does mental toughness matter? Think about the last time you faced a setback, a missed deadline, a heated argument, or maybe a moment when everything felt like it was falling apart. Your heart races, your mind spirals, and suddenly you're not in control. Stoicism steps in here, offering tools to steady your thoughts and keep you grounded. It's not just for philosophers and togas. It's for anyone who wants to thrive in the chaos of modern life. Whether you're juggling a demanding job, navigating personal struggles, or just trying to stay sane in a world that's always on, Stoicism gives you a framework to build resilience, one choice at a time. So how does it work? Stoicism teaches us to reframe challenges, to see obstacles as opportunities to grow. It's about asking yourself, what's in my control right now? Maybe you can't change a tough situation, but you can change how you respond. That's where the real power lies. From daily practices like journaling to mental exercises that prepare you for life's curveballs, Stoicism equips you with strategies to stay calm and focused, no matter what's thrown your way. It's like having a mental gym where you train to become stronger, sharper, and more at peace. In this video, we're going to break down the core principles of Stoicism and show you how to apply them to your life. We'll explore how to rewire your thinking, tackle adversity with confidence, and build habits that make you mentally unstoppable. By the end, you'll have practical steps to start your Stoic journey today. The best part, you don't need to be a philosopher to do this. All it takes is a willingness to take charge of your mind and show up for yourself every single day. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you this. What's one challenge you're facing right now that could use a dose of mental toughness? Hold that thought, because Stoicism might just give you the clarity you need. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of a philosophy that's empowered people for centuries, stick with me. And if you're loving this content, don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit that bell for more videos on living your best life. Let's get started on building a mind that's ready for anything. Stoicism begins in the bustling streets of ancient Athens, around 300 BCE, when Zeno of Citium, a merchant turned philosopher, started teaching in a public colonnade called the Stoipoikal, hence the name Stoicism. After losing his fortune in a shipwreck, Zeno found wisdom and simplicity, laying the foundation for a philosophy that would guide millions. Fast forward to Rome, where Stoicism flourished through figures like Seneca, a statesman and playwright, who advised emperors while grappling with exile and betrayal. Then there's Epictetus, a former slave whose teachings on freedom of the mind inspired countless others. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, penned his meditations while leading armies, reflecting on duty and resilience. These thinkers, despite their different lives, shared a belief. True strength comes from within, forged through reason and discipline. What makes Stoicism tick? At its core, it's about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Imagine standing in a storm. Rain soaks you, wind pushes you, but you choose how to respond. That's the Stoic mindset. The first principle is the dichotomy of control. Your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Those are yours to shape. External events, traffic jams, other people's opinions, or random bad luck, those are outside your power. Stoics train to pour energy into the first and release the second. Seneca put it bluntly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The second principle is accepting what can't be changed. Life throws curveballs, illness, loss, or betrayal, and fighting reality only breeds misery. Stoics practice amor fati, or love of fate, embracing life as it is. Epictetus said, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do and you will go on well. This isn't passive surrender. It's a deliberate choice to find peace amid chaos. Picture a surfer riding a wave. They can't stop. Stoics ride life's ups and downs with grace. The third pillar is living with virtue, which Stoics define as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Virtue isn't just a moral buzzword. It's the roadmap to a good life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. Every decision, from how you treat a stranger to how you handle stress, becomes a chance to practice these qualities. Virtue anchors Stoics, giving purpose even when the world feels unsteady. How does Stoicism stack up against other philosophies? Take Epicureanism, a contemporary of Stoicism. Epicureans chased pleasure and avoided pain, believing a good life meant maximizing joy through simple living. Think quiet gardens and good friends. Stoics, though, see pleasure as secondary. They prioritize resilience and duty, even if it means discomfort. An Epicurean might dodge a tough conversation to keep the vibe light. Stoic would face it head-on, seeking truth over ease. Yet both agree on simplicity. Stoics just lean into grit over comfort. Now, consider Buddhism, which shares Stoic vibes, especially in mindfulness and detachment. Both teach that suffering comes from clinging to desires, outcomes, or illusions. Buddhists aim to transcend suffering through enlightenment, often via meditation and letting go of the self. Stoics, however, stay grounded in the here and now, using reason to navigate life's messiness. A Buddhist might meditate to dissolve ego. A Stoic journals to sharpen their choices. Buddhism feels spiritual, aiming for nirvana. Stoicism is practical, aiming for a life well lived. Stoicism's unique strength is its no-nonsense approach. It doesn't promise happiness or escape it, offers tools to thrive in reality's mess. While Epicureanism seeks calm through pleasure, and Buddhism through transcendence, Stoicism builds a mental fortress, ready for life's battles. It's less about feeling good and more about acting well, no matter the circumstances. Imagine a firefighter rushing into danger not because it feels great, but because it's right. That's Stoic energy. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its universality. Emperors, slaves, and everyday folks found solace in it back then, and today it resonates with anyone facing modern pressures, deadlines, drama, or existential dread. Its principles aren't locked in ancient texts. They're alive, practical, and ready to use. Whether you're stuck in a rut or chasing big dreams, Stoicism asks, what can you control right now? How can you act with courage and clarity? Those questions cut through the noise. offering a path to mental toughness that's as relevant today as it was in ancient Rome. Stoicism isn't just a set of ideas, it's a toolbox for building a tougher mind. The ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca didn't just think about life, they developed practices to stay steady in the face of chaos. These tools controlling perception, self-reflection, Stoic meditation, and disciplined action are practical ways to train your mental resilience. Let's dive into how they work and how you can use them to handle whatever life throws your way. First up, controlling perception. No. Stoics believe your reality depends on how you see it. A traffic jam isn't inherently bad. It's just cars on a road. The frustration lets your mind spin on it. Epictetus nailed this when he said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them." Take failure, something we all dread. Miss a promotion, and your gut screams you're not good enough. Stoic flips the script. It's not a disaster, it's feedback. Maybe it's a chance to sharpen your skills or pivot to something better. The Stoic lens strips away emotional baggage, letting you see the situation clearly. Next time you're spiraling, say after a tough day, pause and ask, what's the raw fact here, minus my story about it? A harsh email from your boss is just words in an inbox, not a verdict on your worth. By reframing, you take back control, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Practice this daily. Catch a negative thought, strip it to its core, and rebuild it with reason. It's like mental judo use life's challenges to strengthen your resolve. Now, let's talk self-reflection, a cornerstone of Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius was a master here, scribbling his meditations as a nightly check-in with himself. Picture him Emperor of Rome, sitting alone after a long day, journaling to dissect his thoughts. This isn't about venting or writing a diary full of feelings. It's about analyzing your actions with brutal honesty. Did you lose your temper today? Why? What triggered it? Could you have chosen differently? Start a Stoic journal each night? Grab a notebook and write 3 things. What went well, what didn't, and what you'll do better tomorrow. Say you snapped at a coworker. Write it down. I got defensive when criticized. Dig into why maybe you felt insecure. Then plan. Tomorrow I'll pause and breathe before responding. This habit builds self-awareness, turning mistakes into lessons. Over time, you'll spot patterns. Maybe you're quick to anger. When stressed on, you'll catch yourself before you slip. It's like holding a mirror to your soul. Not to judge, but to grow. 10 minutes a night can rewire how you handle life's ups and downs. Next, there's Stoic meditation. But don't picture candles or chanting. This is premeditatio, malorum premeditation of evils. Sounds grim, but it's a mental rehearsal for tough times. Seneca practiced this, imagining worst-case scenarios to blunt their sting. Lost your job? Picture it now. No paycheck, bills piling up. Feel the anxiety, then reason through it. What can you do? Update your resume, cut expenses, network. By facing the worst in your mind, you're not caught off guard when it happens. It's like a firefighter drilling for emergencies. Preparation breeds calm. Try this in the morning. Sit quietly for 5 minutes and visualize a challenge maybe. A tough conversation or a project going south? Ask, what's in my control? How can I respond with clarity? If your car breaks down, you can't fix the engine, but you can call for help and stay cool. This isn't about pessimism. It's about readiness. When you've already walked through the fire in your head, the real thing feels less daunting. Start small. Imagine a minor setback, like missing a deadline, and work up to bigger fears. This practice builds a mental shield, so life's surprises don't knock you off balance. Finally, there's disciplined action. Action acting with reason, not emotion. Stoics don't wait for the perfect mood to do the right thing. Marcus Aurelius wrote, You don't need to discuss what a good man should just be one. Emotions can scream at you to lash out, procrastinate, or give up, but Stoicism says, choose the rational path. Say you're dreading a workout. Your feelings beg you to skip it, but reason knows it's good for you. A Stoic gets up and laces their shoes, not because they feel like it, but because it aligns with their values. This discipline applies everywhere. Speaking calmly in an argument, tackling a tough task, or apologizing when you're wrong. It's about building habits that override emotional impulses. Try this. Pick one action daily that scares you, like sending a bold email or saying no to a distraction, and do it. No excuses. Use the Stoic mantra. What needs to be done? If you're nervous about a presentation, reason cuts through. The fog, prepare well, speak clearly, and let the outcome go. Over time, these choices stack up, making discipline second nature. It's not about being a robot. It's about being the boss of your actions, not a slave to your moods. These tools controlling perception, self-reflection, Stoic meditation, and disciplined action aren't just theories. They're workouts for your mind, each one strengthening your ability to stay grounded. Think of a boxer training for a fight. Every jab, every dodge builds their skill. Stoic practices do the same for your mental toughness. Start small. Reframe one negative thought today. Journal tonight. Imagine a setback tomorrow. Or take one rational action. Life's chaos won't stop, but with these tools, you'll stand taller in the storm. A missed deadline, a rude comment, or a bad day won't derail you. They'll become chances to practice. What's one small step you can take right now to train your mind? The Stoics would say. Don't overthink it, just begin. Life doesn't play fair, and one day you're cruising along, and the next, you're hit with a layoff, a diagnosis, or the loss of someone you love. Stoicism shines brightest in these moments, offering a way to face adversity with clarity and strength. It's not about ignoring pain, but about navigating it with purpose. Now, let's explore how to apply Stoic principles to real-world challenges. Build daily habits for resilience. And draw inspiration from stories of those who've walked this path. Start with adversity, losing a job, for instance. The moment you get the news, your stomach drops. Bills loom, self-doubt creeps in, and the future feels like a fog. Stoic pauses and asks, what can I control? Can't undo the layoff, but you can control your response. Epictetus said, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. Instead of spiraling, you focus on action, polishing your resume, reaching out to contacts, or learning a new skill. Reframe the setback. It's not a dead end, it's a detour. This mindset doesn't erase the sting, but it keeps you moving forward. Or take illness, another brutal curveball, whether it's a cold or something chronic. The Stoic accepts what's happening while focusing on what's possible, resting, following treatment, or maintaining a positive attitude. Seneca, who suffered from asthma, wrote letters of wisdom. Despite his pain, proving you can live well, even when your body falters. Personal loss, like the death of a loved one, cuts deepest. Grief is natural, but Stoics avoid letting it consume them. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, you have endured 1,000 things, and all have passed. You honor the loss by living with purpose, cherishing memories, supporting others, or finding meaning in small acts. In each case, Stoicism anchors you, turning chaos into a chance to practice courage. Building resilience requires daily habits. It's like training muscles at the gym. One powerful Stoic exercise is the morning reflection. Take 5 minutes each day to set your intention. Today, I'll focus on what I can control and act with virtue. This primes your mind for challenges. Another habit is gratitude, journaling not the fluffy kind, but a Stoic version. At night, write down 3 things you're thankful for, even on bad days. Stuck in traffic, be grateful for the car. A tough day at work, appreciate the chance to grow. Seneca practiced this, noting that even hardships teach lessons. Then there's the view from above exercise, where you imagine zooming out to see your life from a cosmic perspective. Your problems missed. Deadlines, arguments shrink against the vastness of time. Marcus Aurelius used this to stay humble, writing, "Look down from above on the countless herds of men, their infinite ceremonies. Try it. Close your eyes, picture the world spinning, and see your worries as tiny dots. Do this daily, and you'll gain perspective." Finally, practice small acts of discomfort, kip a coffee, take a cold shower, or tackle a task you dread. These build discipline, so when bigger challenges hit, you're ready. Consistency is key. Pick one habit, stick with it for a week, and watch your mental toughness grow. Now, let's look at real stories that bring Stoicism to life. Take James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy pilot shot down during the Vietnam War, captured, and tortured for 7 years. He leaned on Epictetus's teachings to survive. Stockdale couldn't control his captors, but he controlled his dignity, refusing to betray his values, even under pain. He later said Stoicism gave him a fortress of the mind that no prison could break. His story shows how Stoic principles hold up in extreme conditions. Or consider a modern example, a single mother named Lisa, who shared her story online. After losing her job and facing eviction, she stumbled across Seneca's letters. Instead of panicking, she focused on what she could do, cutting expenses, applying for aid, and staying calm for her kids. She reframed her struggle as a test of character, saying, "Stoicism taught me I'm stronger than my circumstances." Within months, she found work and stability, crediting daily Stoic journaling for keeping her grounded. Then there's Nelson Mandela, who, while not a declared Stoic, embodied its principles. Imprisoned for 27 years, he refused to let bitterness define him. Like a Stoic, he focused on his inner freedom, emerging to lead with forgiveness. These stories, historical and modern, show Stoicism isn't just for philosophers. It's for anyone facing life's storms. Applying Stoicism means meeting adversity with action, not despair. A layoff becomes a chance to reinvent yourself. Illness, a call to patience. Loss, a reminder to live meaningfully. Daily habits like morning reflections, gratitude, and discomfort build a foundation of resilience, so you're ready when life gets tough. Stories like Stockdale's, Lisa's, and Mandela's prove these ideas work. Whether you're in a prison cell or a cubicle, the Stoics would ask, "What's one challenge you're facing today? Try this. Write it down, list what you can control, and take one small step." That's Stoicism in action, turning life's weight into strength. Stoicism sounds empowering, but it's not a quick fix. Misunderstandings and challenges can trip you up when you try to live it. Let's unpack the common myths, the real hurdles, and how to push through them to make Stoicism work for you. One big myth is that Stoics are emotionless robots. People picture a cold, stone-faced figure who never laughs or cries. It's dead wrong. Seneca wept for lost friends. Marcus Aurelius loved his family deeply. Stoicism isn't about killing emotions, it's about mastering them. If you feel anger, sadness, or joy, but you don't let them run the show. Other misconception is that Stoics just shrugged off problems, ignoring reality. Not true. They face issues head-on, focusing on solutions, not complaints. Stoicism is grit with heart, not apathy. Now, the real challenges. Controlling emotions is tough. Say someone cuts you off in traffic, your blood boils. and staying calm feels impossible. Stoics aim to pause and choose reason, but that takes practice and you'll slip up. Another hurdle is consistency. Journaling or meditating daily sounds great, but life gets busy. Work, kids, or just exhaustion derail your routine. Doubts creep in too. You might wonder if Stoicism even works when stress hits hard. These struggles are normal. The Stoics themselves wrestled with them. Marcus wrote to himself, "Stop wandering." Proof even an emperor had to refocus. So how do you overcome these? Find others who practice Stoicism in line forums, local meets, or even social media groups. Sharing struggles and tips keeps you motivated. A friend might remind you to reframe a bad day, making it easier to stick with it. Next, dive into Stoic texts. Read Seneca's letters or Epictetus's discourses for practical wisdom. Keep a book by your bed. A single page can reset your mindset. Apps with daily Stoic quotes work. 2 small doses of inspiration add up. Most importantly, take baby steps. Don't try to overhaul your life overnight. Pick one practice, like reframing a negative thought, and do it for a week. Messed up? That's fine, Seneca said. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. If you snap at someone, journal about it later. What triggered you? Better. Each step builds momentum. The road to Stoicism isn't smooth, but that's the point. Misunderstandings, like thinking it's about being numb, fade when you study the philosophy. Challenges, like emotional slip-ups or shaky routines, are part of the process. Lean on community, read the Stoics, and start small. Life's messy, but every time you choose reason over rage or action over despair, you're living Stoicism. What's one tiny Stoic habit you can try today? Pick it, do it, and keep going. Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom, it's a lifeline for navigating life's storms. In a world that tests your patience, resolve, and clarity daily, this philosophy builds mental toughness that keeps you grounded. We've explored how Stoicism equips you to face challenges, from personal setbacks to overwhelming stress. By focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't, it's not about escaping hardship but thriving through it. Tools that anyone can use to grow stronger every day. Let's recap the core of Stoicism. It starts with understanding its principles. Control your perceptions, accept what's beyond your power, and live with virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These ideas, born from thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, aren't locked in history, they're practical today. We dove into tools like reframing setbacks as opportunities, journaling to sharpen self-awareness, meditating on worst-case scenarios to build readiness, and acting with discipline over emotion. These practices turn chaos into chances to grow. We saw Stoicism in action, handling job loss, illness, or grief by focusing on actionable steps and finding meaning in pain. Stories like James Stockdale's survival or Lisa's resilience show it works. Challenges like emotional slip-ups or myths about being emotionless are real. But community, Stoic texts, and small steps help you push through. Now, it's your turn. Start simple. Try journaling tonight. Write down one thing that went wrong today, why it bothered you, and how you can respond better tomorrow. Or practice premeditatio. Malorum, spend 5 minutes imagining a challenge, like a tough talk, and plan your rational response. These small acts are where Stoicism lives. They're not flashy, but they stack up, building a mind that's calm, focused, and tough. What's one tiny step you can take today to own your thoughts and actions? Stoicism isn't a finish line, it's a daily journey. Every choice to pause, reflect, or act with reason makes you stronger. You won't be perfect, and that's okay, Seneca. stumbled, Marcus doubted, yet they kept going. So can you. Embrace the process, and you'll find peace in life's misanthropes. Due to time constraints, we'll wrap up here. I hope this video has been helpful. If it sparks even a small change for you, I'm truly grateful. Save it to your playlist to revisit anytime. Please like and share it sometimes. The right message at the right moment can shift someone's life. And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit the bell for more valuable content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.